So it is 6:30.
Good afternoon.
So we're going to call the meeting to order. Bill, would you like to come up with the, who's our committee? The committee for the votes. We had voted
Yep.
last meeting. There's 4 of you. So if you please come up.
We have 4, 3.
We should have 4.
The forward is in the bathroom.
Rich, where's Rich?
He's coming.
Okay.
He's in the bathroom probably.
He's in the restroom, right there.
Where you said we should. So you can assist
Sorry.
the watchful and everyone else to
different colors or whatever you guys want.
Yeah, 2 different colors. Yeah, that's fine.
You don't run good at that one.
So here's what we're going to do. To try to make it as easy as possible as far as the tallies go. We're going to open up the outer envelopes first. And then look and make sure that they're all correct. And then the inner ballot.
But I was going to do that.
Yeah, I know. Go ahead.
First thing we're going to do is not leave this set. First thing we're going to do is check the ballots that we have in here against our list of units and check off who has submitted their ballots against the unit owner's name. That's what we're going to do first. While you're doing that process, if someone else walks in this room with a ballot that has not yet been cast or would like to turn it in, or if somebody in this room has not voted, they can vote while you're doing the checking process. The balloting will not end until you guys are ready to open the outer envelopes. So when you've made that decision that you're ready to do that, that's when ballots will no longer be accepted.
Makes sense.
And I showed this to Mr. Smith before we even started, but all we're doing here tonight, all you folks are doing, is what is in this paragraph right here. This is the entire condominium election process, as administered by the Division of Business and Professional Regulation. It's the administrative code of the state of Florida, 61B, hyphen 23.0021, regular elections. It's pretty simple. It's been in place for years.
I did dispute it, this is, you guys know I did dispute it.
Okay. I understand he thinks bylaws are controlling, not anymore. For example, our bylaws require a nominating committee to actually put nominations for this. That hasn't been in place for years. In fact, state law now provides, according to this, that there shall be no nominating committee that actually finds or puts names for vote, puts them up for a vote. They'll only encourage people to run. That's all the nominating committee is designed to do now, is politics. That's it. So our bylaws have already been crushed in a very fundamental way. So this is now the Bible of the process. So I represent the corporation. It's a legal fiction. I represent a board of directors. I don't care who's on the board. That's the last of my problems. I just want a transparent, efficient, fair, and open election in accordance with this paragraph right here. That's it. So right now, let's start with the help of your property manager, because he knows the paperwork more than I do.
Chris, you have that sign-in sheet?
We need to start checking off
Time out.
the ballots.
I'm going to interrupt this.
Go ahead.
Because according to the procedure, I should be allowed to talk first. An officer should give his report. According to the minutes, if you look at the minutes, the officer should be able to give his report. Am I correct or not? Right?
Not necessarily,
Yeah,
Joe.
yes, it is. Yes, it is. And because
Hold on.
it's
Two things.
like I asked you before, do you have this book with you?
Yes.
You have this book with you.
pull it open to the bylaws and show the agenda for the meeting.
All right, do you have this one? You have that? I don't know what that is.
I have that out in the car.
Okay, fine.
it's
I'm
not.
entitled to speak first.
That's up to the chair of the meeting.
No, it's not up to
I'm
the chair, not up to the chair, I am entitled to speak first.
We can do two things at once. I can walk and chew gum. You can talk and they can do their business.
That's fine, but
Okay,
I
let's
want
do that.
to address.
Let's
I wanna
move this
address-
on.
I want to address the homeowners.
That's fine.
I want to address the
Let's
homeowners
move
and
this
everyone else.
along.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much.
Again, I'm not the chair.
Thank you so much. Who got the chair?
You can have a
You want the
chair.
chair? Have the chair first.
No, I am not the chair of this
Okay,
meeting.
okay. All right, so, Tony, the minutes, if you look at the minutes allows the officers, there's only two officers in the room, right? Max and myself are the only two officers in this room. The only two, Max, if you want to just address them, fine. I will address them. Okay?
I'm here to oversee an election.
Thank you, thank you.
Anything
But-
else is whatever you
Okay.
want to do.
As an officer, I'm allowed to address you guys. I asked the attorney, do they have this book? And what this book is, everybody knows what this book is the bylaws. The other one is the statutes. Right? The attorney came with a piece of, is that a statute? Is that a statute?
It's the election
Okay.
process.
Election process. This is how we do this. This is exactly how we do this. And you know, it's fine. Anybody that works with rules and regulations knows that if there's a manual involved, you use the manual. All right, so, with that said, and I really do want to get the election over with. I really do. I really do. Let's talk about what got us here today.
No.
The number, and I want all of yous that are in this room today to give yourself an applause. This is unheard of. 111. 111. 111 have you sent in ballots. Unheard of at Casa Del Rio. Thank you so much. Give yourself an applause. 111, unheard of. And you know why this 111? Because the tenacity of the people that are in here, and some other ones that hopefully don't show up, went out there and solicited. So did I. Even Max will tell you. I showed up to his door, knocked on his door, not even know there was his house. Because I was out there campaigning. This is an important election. Believe you me, this is an important election. An important election. We go back to 2013, where this all started. At 2013, all this has started. I got on the board in 2013 because I wanted to make this community look better. Well, that didn't happen.
But excuse me, you're the first one to go to the state and
Yeah.
complain to the state.
I'm gonna address all that in a minute. So in 2013, we got a new board. I thought it was a good board, but there was only 5 of us at the time. Five members at the time. I really thought it was going to work, but apparently it didn't. Ray happened to be on the board, Mary, me, Mark, and one other person. We had a vote one day, out of 5 of us, only 3 of us were there, about spending money. And that's what this is all about, spending money. Why do we spend so much money? Well, that day they wanted to put new cameras in here and we didn't have no money. So they decided to go to the reserves, which Ray will tell you. Raise up the speed on the statutes. You can't go into reserves. There's no way. But they did that day. They did. Mary and Ray went into the reserves and I reported them. I waited about a week, 2 weeks, and I went in there and reported them. You can't do that. I'm sorry, you can't do that. And it's happening all the time. Mary was our worst offender. Mary was the president in 2013. She went on and she was spending money like it was like legal.
Like their money.
You can't do that. You just can't, I mean, spending. I have documentation. Bank statements from 2013 up to 2020, where Mary was depleting the reserves. I have them right here, right in front of you. It's not me talking. This is it. This is it right here. You want to see them? Look, I put them right here. At the end of the day, come look at them. Bank statements with only one signature on a check. Mary. Paying salaries, paying other venues with reserve money. She single-handedly depleted our reserves until our friend here, Ray, decided to go take our CD and put it into the reserves. $82,000. But she depleted everything, single-handedly. And that's what's happening here.
That's your opinion, Joe, right? That's your opinion.
You want this?
No, I don't want to
Come
hear
take a look at it.
from someone like
Come take a look at
That's
it.
your opinion.
Come take a look at it.
We're going to audit that whole thing real quick.
Come take a look at it, because if you want to take a look at it right there.
I just want to make that clear.
It's not in my opinion. And I'm asking you if you want to look at it. Like I told everybody in here, at the end of tonight, you want to come look at it? Come look at it.
I collected
Where
the-
Mary was paying people and everything else with reserve money. Look at it. It's not me talking. Right there. I want to thank everybody in here, because we are here today because of your tenacity. 111. Unheard of at Casa Del Rio. 111. 111 you have sent ballots in for change. Thank you. Thank you. 111. Have you ever heard of that before?
Nope.
Have you heard of that? 111. 111 people sent ballots in. I don't know what kind of shenanigans they might have later on or whatever, but 111 sent ballots in. I asked the attorney, I even asked, do you have these two things? Bylaws and statutes. Read them. No one in this room has any of them, but I'm gonna put them right here. You guys wanna see these guys? Feel free. When it comes to the bylaws, section 4, that's how we run this. Phil, section 4, are you familiar? Okay. This thing here is the Florida statute, but this thing supersedes this thing. I don't know how you feel about it, Phil? Yes or no?
No, it doesn't.
Okay. But I work for an airline. The mechanics work off a maintenance manual, and if they're going to change a valve, XYZ, but we have another manual at American Airlines called GPM, the General Procedure Manual, which supersedes the maintenance manual. Figure that one out. How does another manual supersede this manual? Well, perfect example of it is right here. Section 4 tells you how to run an election. Why, how we run an election. We'll look at his, I don't really care. I want to thank everybody that's here. This is a really, really important election. When 111 people show up with ballots, it makes a difference. From day one, I was out there soliciting, and there's a lot of other people in here, emails, everything else, to get your attention for what's going on. 2013 started this whole thing. I was on the board 2013. Ray's on there. Where's Mark?
Sorry.
Mark's not here? Oh, Mark's the other one.
I was not on the original board.
20 what? 14? 2015?
Was it 2013?
What year?
I don't know.
Okay, all right. In 2015, we had an election, and my friend over here in the corner, Rodrigo, got on the board. Well, he didn't last too long because ding, 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 his tenacity and his questioning, he got questioned. The next election, God bless, I was elected, I stayed on the board, and poor Rodrigo got taken off the board. Fine. Let's move on further. And let's go to 2017, which everybody knows 2017 was the what? The special assessment. Read it. It's not me. Read it. I'm not making this stuff up. It's in this book. When you do a special assessment, there's rules and regulations for a special assessment, what you have to do, and guess what? 2017, we didn't follow that book. We passed it. We passed it. I passed it. Again, not knowing, but we passed it. We started asking questions, and the questions were not answered. To this day, questions have not been answered. Then they tried to do another special assessment, and guess what? Thank God that I was at the pool. I used to sit in that corner all the way over there, and there was another gentleman who used to sit right over here in this corner. Right guy right there. Zach. We got to talking, and guess what? We collaborated, and we said, oh, there is a problem. With what? Procedure. And you know, that's the problem. That's the problem with most associations. Ray will tell you. Our attorney will tell you. It's procedure. Do we follow procedure? Do we? What do you think? What do you guys think? Yes or no?
No.
Nope.
No. Exactly. Exactly. We got a piece of paper with procedure on it. We don't follow procedure. That's where you get burnt. And that's why this board is going to get burnt. They did not follow procedure. 2017 special election. Let's go to 2020 where, man, everything hit the fan. What hit the fan? Our keyless entry. Huh. What a sore subject that is. Keyless. Keyless.
That's stupid.
To this day, I don't know if Tony wants to pursue the minutes of 2020, which he's been trying since forever to approve, and they have not gone through. They will not go through. Because the minutes approve the keyless. And guess what? The keyless went through. Without board approval. Yeah, without board approval, and that's the issue today, that the keyless entry went through without board approval. We're at a meeting with the attorney, ask him. We're at a meeting with the attorney, just the board members and him. His question, I'll never forget it. Well, what happened at that meeting? You know what they said? I don't remember. I don't remember. I don't remember. That's what they said. I don't remember.
So if you don't remember, then you shouldn't pass it because you don't remember.
That's what they kept saying. I don't remember. And his words, to be honest with you, I taped it. I have it on tape. He said, don't be surprised. One day you're in front of somebody at a deposition asking the same question. I don't remember. But the minutes, to this day, have not been ratified. The keyless entry is about what, 85%, 90% done?
It's 95%.
95% done. And the keyless entry, guess what? It's not keyless. In front of my building the other day, about last week, I asked, you know, the guy then asked me, hey, what about the key? Are you going to remove the key? He said, no, the key's staying. The key is staying. Input, the key. So why do I have keyless if the key is going to still be there?
May I chime in on your speech here?
Go ahead.
You have to have keys for an emergency, so.
But the key is still going to be there. True, you heard him? You heard him. The key is still, is it keyless?
Chris,
Is it keyless? Is it keyless? It's not keyless because you still have a key.
No, the owners don't.
I still have a key.
To the pool.
I still have a key. That same key that goes in the pool is going to work that same lock.
No,
So it's not keyless.
no, it's wrong, Joe.
Yeah.
Your key will not work. Stop saying I'm telling you the truth. It's not gonna work the front door.
I think.
So what key
hold
gonna
on,
lock the front door?
just a
They're
second.
gonna read.
Does
What
anybody
key's
at
gonna
the
lock
owners
the front
have a
door?
problem with using the key, the regular key that we
No.
have?
Hold on. I got the floor. I got the floor. What key is going to use the front door? Hmm?
What keys?
Yeah, what key is gonna use the
There
front
will
door?
be a new key made for the door for the fire department,
So more
emergency
money,
crews, for
more
management.
Right, so-
spending money.
Again,
Okay.
it's not keyless. You're gonna need a key.
No, it is a key, no, it is a keyless entry system, you're skewing it a little.
Right, so, okay.
Okay, you can get in without a key, making the keyless entry. There will be an emergency key for the fire department, for management, in case there's emergency, okay? Stop saying no, that's the truth.
So how about the
But
owner
still,
who gets
still,
to make
time out,
money?
time out.
What?
Still, you have a key.
Yeah, no, but what he says is right. It's a keyless entry system because you're gonna use a key fob.
Well, but
So
this
you
is-
will not need a physical key, so
I-
what he's saying is right.
No, what exists right now in front of that door, when you go inside that door, you put a key, right, you put a key
Yeah,
into the
but when
building.
it's supposedly the keyless entry system starts working, you will not need to use the key.
You don't have
Because
to, but the key's still there.
Yeah, for emergency purposes, right?
Joe.
But you still have a key.
Joe,
Joe,
your
what's so hard to
individual
understand?
key,
Hold on, yeah.
your individual key, every unit owner individual key will not work those keys with the exception of the pool.
The pool and
The key
the
will
storage
sit-
room.
So
in
the
your
front door right now, tell me, let me get this straight. Right now, the front door, that door right there, I have a key. I go and open it up, I go in the building.
Okay.
When the fob comes on board, I cannot use that key?
Nope.
Why not?
Because-
Well, are you gonna change the lock?
Yeah, we're gonna change the lock
Oh.
and give it to all emergency personnel.
gonna approve
Change
that?
the lock.
Except-
Change the lock.
Except for the pool.
Was that in any paperwork that we're gonna change the locks?
Absolutely not.
Again, so now we have to change
And
the
where,
locks.
where is the budget for that change of the locks?
Yeah.
Explaining what company is gonna do it, and where are the
Now
minutes
it's in locks.
explaining that?
Joe, can we move on?
They don't exist.
Go on, let's talk.
Please,
Go ahead, go talk, go ahead.
Right.
move on, please.
Yeah,
No, we wanna hear, we
We
wanna.
wanna
hear
We
it.
wanna know
No,
why
no,
we're
no,
here today.
we wanna hear
We
it.
wanna know why
Never
we're,
got the
why
time
it's
to
selection.
discuss this
We're
matter,
not
you
here.
know?
I have the floor,
Yes, we like to
I'm
talk.
just about ready to give up the floor in a minute, I'm almost finished.
Joe, if you wrap it up as we get to the election, we all think.
I'm almost
No, the
finished.
bo- no.
If you want to talk, I do
The
fine.
problem is we never get time to discuss
I
these matters,
understand
you
that,
know?
Right.
but the purpose of this meeting was an election.
Yeah,
Yes.
everyone, every time we have
But the owners wanna hear it.
Yeah, it's a
Right.
board meeting,
We don't
But-
get
no?
The key is.
Yeah, but we never get time to discuss these matters, you know, we need to take this opportunity to
There you
discuss
go.
those problems.
Yeah.
Yes.
Because nobody hears us.
Chris?
All right? And I said everybody's, want to get to the election. So do I. Believe me, so do I. So do I. I want this thing to be over with.
Well, if he's wrong, it should be easy to answer.
Joe,
If-
I just wanna say one thing, because this issue with the locks being changed has never been discussed, it's not in the minutes, it doesn't say, the minutes don't specify who's gonna do that job. That is something that just recently came up, that we called out,
Yeah.
that is not in any minutes and is not on any
Yeah.
budget, and we don't even know how much it's gonna cost or what company is gonna do it. And the reason why we don't know is because that was never part of the keyless entry.
Right,
It just
right.
recently came up.
Yeah.
So where is the information on who's gonna do the entire lock change and how much that's gonna cost and all that? Because that's part of the keyless entry, but it hasn't never been on paper, so why is that?
Material alteration. Material alteration.
All right?
Another thing is
So-
that keyless entry is a material alteration that needs 75% of the all the members, never done, that was never done.
Get back to the keyless entry. I mean, it started in January, no approval, but it went through. The last meeting, if you guys remember, we were all here, they voted on the continuation of installment, and 3 members said, okay, yes, 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 and they continue with the installation of the keyless entry. Again, without board approval. That's fine, that's fine. When we get to that bridge, we'll cross it, right? But I need to speak because I've been on this board since 2013. Believe me, I've passed a lot of timelines, what's going on. It's an important election. 111. God bless you all. God bless you all because of that. That's history right there. In Casa Del Rio, 111 has never. Actually, Ray, how long have you been here, Ray?
Pardon me?
How long have you been here in Casa Del Rio? How long?
How long have I been
Yeah.
associated with Casa
Yeah.
Del Rio? 1990s.
1990.
1990.
70 what?
97.
So, we've been here a long time. And for an election to have 111, unheard of. Thank you all. Thank you all.
So they
Thank you.
didn't
Thank
I
you.
just
answer
want to
you,
mention
though.
what got us here.
They didn't answer him.
Let's go ahead and do this. I mean, Phil, thank you. Phil gave an input. This is what we,
Thank you, Joe.
right? Let's do this thing. Let's do this thing. Let's see where we go.
So
Thank
they're
you.
not
Thank
gonna
you, thank you,
answer
thank
you
Huh?
about if
Main
it was
function?
approved or not?
No, that's not for the meeting, not for today.
Ah, they're
Yeah.
not gonna answer that?
Not
If
today.
what?
They're not gonna answer if the keyless was approved or not?
Well, as far as we know, those minutes have never been approved.
I'd like to
Tony's
know
over there.
if
He
they
can
were
testify that.
There's a
January
question.
26th.
I would like to know.
Yeah.
There's a question, I'm
Yes.
sorry.
Go ahead,
No,
go
go
ahead.
ahead, you're
A
right.
quick question for Tony. The ballot envelope that was mailed out to all of the unit owners had a single sheet in it that said this was going to be a Zoom meeting. I have a feeling there are people that are not here that would, that can't watch or hear the meeting.
No, I don't think
It was in my package.
I don't think so, no. I don't think
I'm
there's a
talking about the
mention.
big envelope that had the ballot in it, and the two envelopes, the yellow envelope
Yes.
Check
inside.
it
Oh,
out.
no, he's got a package over there.
Yes, yes,
Yeah,
there
well,
is.
let's
I
take a
even
look.
asked
Let's
Tony
see.
about
I
the
mean,
Zoom
everything
meeting.
you're saying should be heard
Yeah.
by everyone who
It
wants
was
to
a
tune into the
mine.
meeting.
So we have two people that they
I
have Zoom.
even asked.
We didn't have it.
Yes, I even
You
asked.
Exactly.
are taping, so
Yes.
everybody who's not here,
Yes.
they can ask.
Yeah, There it goes, right here.
Yeah.
it's right here. This was included
Yeah,
in a...
but it,
So we should stop that.
but you,
All right, guys, I want to thank you for listening to me.
you know what I
I'm sorry
even
to-
asked Tony? I
This
said,
is-
why there is no
This is the meeting.
no date and no time?
Listen up.
That
I
was
just want to
really
mention to everybody where we started, 2013 up to now.
And we're gonna start with you.
Joe,
Up to now.
I showed it to the camera so everybody can see.
Plus, everybody's
This was
doing
included.
Zoom meeting. Why there is not a Zoom meeting?
This is the envelope.
Tony told me that there was a Zoom meeting. I called him.
All right, again, 111, we're gonna do checks and balances, right? That's the first thing, do checks and balances. We're gonna open up an envelope and check. Somebody's gonna open up an envelope, pull the ballot out, and we'll go from there, right? How the procedure is?
Yeah, left field. Talk about it.
Huh?
Left field. So.
Yeah. Phil,
Yes?
procedure-wise, Phil's gonna take procedure-wise, once we open it, step by step by step, all
I get
right?
it, I
So,
get it on camera.
Hold on. You guys are, who appointed these folks to do this job?
They went out again.
So you've been appointed by the board to
Yes.
fulfill your function, you all consent to it. Okay, this is no different than what you'd be doing if you were a poll watcher in Boca Raton or any election, except you're also going to tabulate the votes. So you're now the poll watchers, you're sitting at your table, the voters are coming in, here are your voters, you need to check them off. So Tony's gonna help you with that, because I have no idea.
Okay.
So that's the first order of business, is for you guys to check off the voters who are in front of you with their ballots. So, and then once, like I said before, once you're ready to close that process off, one of you will simply announce to everyone here, if anyone hasn't voted and would like to vote, now's the time, because we're gonna close off voting. So, give them a few minutes to say, wait a minute, or not. I think by now, everyone knows there's nobody else coming in, but there might be. So we'll still, go ahead and do it. Well, we can always hope. Anyway, so if you have a roster,
Let's try to identify, make sure that you can.
These are apparently the ones that. That's part of the one, is that part of the one?
so Tony,
So Rich, while you're checking that, someone needs to take a picture of every envelope. Either you will do it or someone will take a picture.
So is that magic can get
No,
closer?
no, we're gonna take a
No,
picture
Take
of
photos?
every envelope.
Okay.
Hold on, it's not 111. What's the final count?
Let's see, 1, 4, 9, 12, 14. 14 more.
14 more, that puts us at 125.
That's got
125.
Do they have stamps? Do they have stamps? This is the new
We're
ones.
gonna inspect that.
No, check the new ones before they get mixed up.
You don't have to have stamps.
Tony, when did they show up?
There's no stamps.
Joe, you was here this morning when the 3 came.
Some have stamps.
I know, and then Matt brought
They don't
her.
need to be mailed back, they can be hand delivered.
They need to be presented.
As long as we can tell
Hand
who
delivery,
cast
hand
this.
delivery should have been inside this office.
As far as has the
Could have been hand
signature.
delivered to my
I'm
office.
fine.
Could have been hand delivered here, and I took them to my office to log them in.
Could have
And
been hand-
these we could not identify. So that's what I was doing now, is identifying them. They weren't properly marked. So I'm identifying to make sure they get counted.
When they were hand delivered, because George has been going to your office and we are not aware of this. When did they hand deliver it to your office?
There's no,
That's very important.
They should have been stamped received.
Yeah.
All that came today? All those came today?
no, they did not,
So were you aware,
they did
John?
not come
that?
today.
So the thing is,
I was-
Well, if
No,
they
no,
not come
please,
today,
please.
you know,
Nothing to say. Okay.
they should have been stamped. So let's say a ballot short of last
they
week,
brought him into the office and I was the one
that
that.
somebody Ray, you came and handed it in,
I
somebody
gave
said,
two today.
huh?
Yeah,
I gave them two today.
At the office?
Here,
No,
right
here.
now.
Okay.
And Ray gave
Well,
me,
guess what?
and
I didn't know of those, and I asked for 2. What? She gave 2 in this office today?
yeah, you marked it down.
Yeah.
You marked it
And-
down.
and-
I didn't want.
Guys, we're making this way too hard.
No, not making it too hard.
No,
Time
there's
out.
only, hold on, there's only so many votes in the community. 208, right? So 206 votes in the
That's not a
entire.
problem, we understand that.
All right, we need to
understand
start checking off what we have in front of us, so we know what
that.
we're dealing
We
with.
understand that.
Okay, it doesn't matter how they got here.
Yes, they do.
As long as we can identify these.
Yes, they do.
Yes, it does. Yes, it does. Phil?
Yes, Joe.
This young lady said she handed it 2 today.
Okay.
I didn't know of those 2 because I was here this morning.
So what?
You know,
I was here this morning, I swear, I was here this
I
morning,
brought it with me.
and there was three,
Joe,
Han and Williams.
Frank,
What time were you here? What time?
Just, I came out here at 6. I handed it
At what time?
6 o'clock.
In the morning?
No.
Or 6 p.m., 6 p.m.?
Joe,
Okay.
she did it tonight.
Okay,
You
fine.
locked her in on your form.
Okay,
Ray came here with 4.
Yes.
You locked her
thank you.
in on
All
your
right,
form.
all right.
Okay.
So we have 6, and there's one from me, 7. 7 accounted for, right?
Max had 3.
3.
And he brought some in.
You hand carried in tonight?
Yeah.
You hand carried in tonight, 3.
10.
Not a problem,
Okay.
all right? So, that was 17 that got hand carried in tonight. 2, 3, 5, 6, and there was 10 others that got hand carried in here tonight. Am I correct?
I don't know, Joe, I'm not keeping track. Yeah.
Well, if we went from 110 to 125, I mean 111 to 125,
Okay. The
that's
point-
14 ballots.
The point, I just told you, I have the 14 here in my hand. I'm trying to get them into the pile.
So all of the hand delivered, let's take a picture of all of this. Hand delivered today, let's take a
They
picture.
are all mixed in with all the
Okay.
envelopes at this point. There's no way to sit there
Okay.
and take them out. They're all mixed in with all the other by
Okay.
building.
We all know that this is a very, very important election. When you start hand carrying stuff in, and I've always said, a homeowner should not be denied
But
a voting right.
all the ballots has unit numbers written, so you are
Exactly.
counting that.
Yes.
Not a
So
problem,
what
not a problem.
difference does it make?
These
Okay.
are all identified on
All right.
the
Am I
outer
right?
envelope.
All right.
They're going to mark them in.
Put them in the list and let's start checking them off then.
Thank you.
Thank you. Let's start checking them off.
Okay.
Right, let's start checking them off.
There are, the secretary writes on the ballot, so people never vote. It has to come in, so don't be so surprised. And in my building, not Casa Del Rio, in my building where I live, that's what happens. People that they know they don't never vote, they fill out the ballot themselves, so it happens in my building, it's not so
But there
much.
are signatures, right?
Yeah, the sign, who the heck, if I give you a signature, do you know that that's my signature? You don't. So it happens in my building, it's not so out of.
Before any envelope is opened, you need to back in front and take a picture before you open it. Make sure you spend your time, don't rush.
So let's
frankly, there's nothing, the envelope has printed name, it doesn't even say signature.
If anything is suspicious,
Match up the
speak
units.
up. What else I speak?
He told me they were gonna be having a meeting in his office. That's what I called him Friday. I said for the Zoom meeting. This is really bad, that I called him, from Tony Friday, he told me yes, it's Zoom meeting.
Here's the signage sheet, okay, for 490.
They know they have no say, they don't want power.
Shoot that whole set.
You want to use the scissors to open up the envelopes? You can use that.
Magic, that selection, Max, got more books than anyone else, nobody knew who it was.
Let's pay attention.
You should go to mark next to the unit number, the outer ballot. So what one of you can do is state it, and one of you can check it off, and then we'll move on to the next one. Okay, understand? So you
I
just,
read them,
so-
and she'll mark it.
yes, we just want to make sure that we have the right stacks. You're going to say 490, 202, she's going to find 202, and circle it, check it, whatever you want to do. Okay? That's 490. And here's 480. Rich?
Take a picture.
All of them.
He needs to take a picture. If it has no stamp on it, there's nothing on it.
Every scrap of paper in this room related to this election is going to be stored. Nothing's going to be discarded.
492.
Thank you.
202, Barney 202. 82.
Are they gonna keep the balance in the envelope and the outside
Yes,
envelope all
yes.
together? Because otherwise we don't know what belongs to what.
Doesn't say the building here, but
Well, it does say 490, that's A.
Is that A202?
Yeah.
490. Okay. 22. No, you put it there, it's not. Okay.
That's A02202?
8202.
I have a question.
On this one.
Tom, I have a
you
question.
see it, 490, 316.
According to the sign-off sheet, A202 showed up on the 23rd.
316.
They walked into your office on the 23rd? Tony?
I don't know, Jim.
Probably wasn't there. 316.
What is the name?
So take
490.
Take a look.
No, was it?
Joe, these are the ballots that came from my office that people mailed in, that we checked off on the
Well,
list.
that's not mailed in because that doesn't have a stamp on it.
306.
We have a telephone number to the owner, call the owner.
Yeah, no. By the time you came back,
490, I'm sorry.
316.
Yes,
the issue? What's the
316.
what is the issue? What is the issue? What is the issue?
311.
What do you not see?
Well, A202 doesn't have a stamp on it. They were received on the 23rd.
So for hand delivery, right?
Apparently it was hand delivered.
311.
Okay, so,
And then call the owner.
just like with them, if you would.
Okay, so everyone that's came to please put a
103.
mark. Okay, before we rush, any hand delivered, put a mark, so no contact us on that, was it hand delivered?
103.
Correct.
So which one is that?
Where's that one?
Take a picture, take a picture. Take a picture.
Where is that one? No, you take a picture. Grab the stamp.
Chris should have the telephone number for the
111.
It is for there's nothing to lose.
Carmen number.
We should follow it.
Listen, let's concentrate with our work.
211? 311?
Yeah, it does look like 311.
114.
Is it mine?
What's wrong with you?
Is it mine? 311? Let me see.
All right, we're just trying to make
They're
this
gonna
up.
double check and be in trouble.
Yeah, that's mine, I'm sorry.
You just verify address.
113. 206.
B,
We got a 480, number 210.
206.
Correct.
Excuse me, I have a question for Tony, please. I called you Friday asking you for instruction about the Zoom meeting. I almost didn't come because I thought there was gonna be a Zoom meeting. Why is it not
It
a
wasn't
Zoom
supposed to
meeting?
be. That was done by a third party and they made a mistake. It was never scheduled. I never scheduled a Zoom meeting. It was never the intention of the board to have a Zoom meeting.
217.
But it should be, and
What do you
especially
mean?
with COVID, even
17.
little apartments have Zoom meeting. I'm surprised that you don't, really.
That was not my call.
Okay, but it's important.
But Tony,
to-
whose call was that? That was on the package, so who's the third party you're saying?
I'm sorry?
Who is the third party that put the sheet on the ballot envelope?
Optimal source?
Well, they're working on your behalf,
101.
or the
Yes, I
association, why would
understand.
they?
They made a mistake.
Yeah, but there's owners that are logging in and there's no
What
Zoom
would you like to
meeting.
do? Well, no, that's fine. I got it. What would you like to do?
No, it's just, we're pointing it out that
Okay,
there's nothing we can do now.
okay, that's what I'm saying. A mistake was made.
It has nothing to do with the election process.
Question was asked 20 minutes ago. I could have answered it then.
111.
Hey, there is another one,
You check
and
them
I
all
start screaming, and that's it.
I didn't get one.
Putting the 480s here, the 490s here.
111.
If something that has a stamp on it, circle it. Also.
What the hell's the difference, Joe?
Big difference.
308.
There's no difference if it's mailed or handed in. What's the difference?
You know the difference is because you should have checked it off.
Okay.
And the hand, and
Joe,
this
Joe,
one,
Joe,
we're
Joe,
not gonna
Joe,
hand it in.
Joe, this whole process should not have even been begun until tonight. So whatever little
201.
assistance you were given and whose ballots are in hand and who's not, that was a courtesy to you, man. Not, this is the start of the process.
That's fine, that's fine.
So whatever you have there is,
That's it, this copy comes from Tony.
I don't care, what we have in front of us are the ballots.
Yeah, the ballots.
Yeah, now we're gonna, now the business, the work
A202.
begins tonight. The work begins tonight.
A202 was never received until tonight.
Okay.
Why?
I don't know why,
Exactly, so, please.
but now we have it.
Yeah.
Is it- Are they real owners? Are they real owners?
But who brought it in?
We don't know that.
Yeah, the argument here, so that it's clear, there's 206 units.
Yes,
If we get 100 units that mailed it in,
yes.
I'm not saying Tony did it, but it could happen that
102.
someone decides, well, there's 100 people that didn't vote, so I'm gonna vote for them.
102.
I'll fill them out with whatever convenience is to me, and they just appear. That's why we're worried about it.
Yeah.
It's not something we're making up, we're just double checking.
Why don't we see what we have before we start worrying about
Fine,
numbers?
these are all things that we're nobody's blaming anybody, we're just trying to make sure. And we pay the bills here?
This is
Of course.
215.
Keep it down so the committee can do their work.
This one is
He's not,
215
he's
has
not,
two apartments, this person.
he's
You're gonna have
not
to ask
qualified.
how
He
they
should
wanna
not
handle
be
that.
interfering up there.
So Rodrigo,
I can put it here, one comes to D. This is, it has two apartments, this person.
let's say someone made that.
Well, there should be another one that will come up next.
Well,
A215 and 301.
250, yeah, a D.
So there shouldn't be two ballots inside there.
Yeah,
Just take it off.
I'm gonna save this for D and put it again,
Yeah,
yes,
put it
okay.
inside.
Then it's 215. 215.
That's their B, we're not, this is.
Yeah, 215, yes. 210. 210, yes. Okay, 210. 303.
Like again, I'm not the chair of this.
303. Correct. 112. 1122. 112.
Not gonna get you anywhere.
301. 301. 301. Correct. 212.
212.
Yes.
212, yes. Yeah, yeah, this
We
one.
got two check-offs, this one at the same time.
306.
All I care about is
306.
one vote per unit, that's it. That's all I care about.
312. 203.
2 or 3.
Correct. 104. First page.
Okay.
104. Okay. 207.
Joe, with all due respect,
207.
you are on the ballot, you really shouldn't be up there.
207.
Correct.
You are on the ballot, and you
Okay,
should
this
not be
one.
up there.
Okay.
You should not be doing it.
I'm not ready.
What is Tony?
You should sit down. You should sit down.
Yeah,
Let
building
go of the job.
A. Building A done.
Thank you.
Does anyone want to vote
Okay, so,
for building A?
we're done?
A, we're done.
Joe.
This is still has to take picture,
Right.
that's the paper.
Okay, well, when you finish taking your picture, whatever,
So what
let me know.
happened
Joe,
with
you're on the
this?
board, there's
Not
nothing you can change or
They
manipulate,
didn't
so you can be up there.
Yeah, yeah,
They
there's nothing
didn't
for
vote.
even I
These
can be
people
it.
didn't vote.
Anybody can be it.
Okay, listen, he's taking pictures of these.
Yes, these are done.
Well, but these are not done.
They're not pictures. These are, everything is counted in.
Everything is count there, but these are not picture taken.
Those are counted but not pictured.
Yes, yes,
I'm sorry,
we done
I'm
with
sorry.
this.
This is pictured and counted. All
Yes.
right. Okay,
And this is done.
and that's done. Okay, so we'll do that with that.
Now we need the B, Bill.
Yeah, well, he's got B, and we can see. B, whatever's next.
And last one.
D.
206.
Okay, this is 460.
Building B.
Building B, I think is this
B.
one. D. Okay, is 302. 302.
Building is that?
B.
D.
B as in David.
Yeah,
D is in David.
okay. D, 302.
Damn.
That's me.
D02?
D03, D302.
302.
Good.
Okay, and then is D, 301.
Okay, so we're done with this.
Don't count D301 until you get the ballot for D301.
Well, this is building D, you said.
Right, but then if you don't have a physical ballot, just because it's written on
Well,
that
we had the
building.
ballot, but was two in
Only
it.
one building.
Rabbit has
For-
2 units,
It was
and we
one and
count the
the-
one.
But
the
how
A.
do you know if it's two ballots? That's the biggest thing.
But because
Just so
this
you're
was
not
on
marking
on
off
the
two, that's the
envelope,
only
this was
thing.
on the envelope.
Understood, but just if you don't have, if it's there,
Oh,
once you get to that, you can put that to the side for A215 and D,
okay, so we
Okay.
because then, so you don't double count, just to save y'all some time.
Good.
You put 302? Yeah, you did, okay. 303,
Yes.
105,
105.
correct. 306, 306,
306.
this one doesn't have a parking number. 2150. 215.
D215?
Yeah, what did you put zero?
Dude, that's how it usually shows up when you buy the property. Rich, those are all the A?
115.
There's a pile there, so I'm assuming that's the other.
115.
Okay, 1 second. 215, is that?
No, take the,
215, yes, that.
Next.
115.
Hold on.
This is A.
115.
Probably.
Correct.
308.
308.
Correct. 311.
311.
Correct. 114.
304.
114.
114.
Jack, all yours are done?
The board?
This is B. All the B?
I don't know if any of these would have been out for B, but this is the B.
Chris, what is this or what's the pattern number for this one?
Okay, so this is done? That's B and that's B.
Correct.
204.
No.
She didn't put, Melissa didn't put her unit number, but second, 204.
No, that's it, we can identify her. That's fine. She-
204.
And she only has one unit, so.
Correct.
You can identify.
Yeah, 204.
That's 470.
What are these two?
Those I'm working on.
204.
It says a different name.
It's under her dad's name? No, I'm sorry, 206, sorry. Second, 206 and one second, 206.
Okay, and then comes 205, because you're already there. 206, 205. 205. 310. 310.
506.
I'll worry about that later.
310.
Yeah, 310.
This one.
101.
101.
Correct. 211. 211.
211.
Yes. 109. 109.
You took my turn, man.
That's it.
Please.
Right, D212.
D212. I didn't see it.
Say it again?
212.
Yeah.
212.
D212.
Okay.
So my,
12.
This one is, this is the, no, that's something different, right? 20, here it is. 208, right?
That's 202, looks like.
yeah.
Looks 8 to me. Or 2? Check
Well,
over
just
there.
check the number
202.
against the name.
Yeah,
Name should be
202
ledger.
is, 202
What
is,
is the name?
yeah, 202. It's 202.
Sarah.
Yeah, 202.
Hilaria?
That was mine.
212. Yeah. 214. 214.
Fernandez?
214.
214.
214, not 202. 14.
102.
102.
Correct.
Yes,
208.
yeah.
208.
Correct. 315. 315.
315.
Correct. 204.
That's 211.
Okay, I got it. 204.
Correct.
307.
Tony, we're done with the B.
Okay, so just put an X.
Number down.
And this is,
Okay, this is what you get for being so efficient, you get the last one.
no, these still gotta take pictures.
Oh, I'm sorry, so these are done?
What building is that?
Well, they're almost done. I've got a few here.
That's fine.
What building is that?
This is building,
This is C.
building.
This is the sheet, okay.
This is E, building E.
C.
C.
C, okay.
C.
C.
Okay. Yeah.
C.
What is building E? My building.
Sleeping.
We got
Oh, he's doing it, okay.
Okay.
Okay, 204.
Z204.
204, correct. 315.
All right.
315.
Correct.
This is 6. What is this?
201.
6.
Z201.
Yes, 201.
Yeah.
312.
312.
Yes. 206.
206.
208.
$208.
208. 305.
Other line items that will be over at the end of the year. You got more over.
305.
Correct. 311.
These are for the other one, right?
Yeah.
For,
It's 460.
311.
Correct.
Yeah.
This is C.
308.
308.
Correct. 207.
This is E.
207.
Correct. 306.
Yeah, right. Well, actually, no.
306.
Correct.
This is all.
209.
450, right? All 450s. Who's doing it?
209.
Correct.
Okay, yes. Yes.
307.
307.
Correct. 106.
106.
Correct. 102.
102.
Correct. 215. This 215.
I wish you had told me. Well, it doesn't have to be and also worry about that.
109.
A lot of people that are interested, they're not focused on what's going on. Usually,
And
the same for
last
a lot
one,
of people that
302.
you don't see the organization until you get
Correct.
And these are
That's to finish our building for
usually what happens is that those owners start. The problem is that
Does she need a key?
The mid is open.
somebody had to do 3 anyways, it's 5, right?
Yeah, somebody had to do 2.
Yeah, we appreciate your
What's wrong with that?
Until they see something that went wrong.
Yes.
Mine is not enough, they're asking for more money.
Okay.
permission.
So,
They need something that they ask them.
All right, so you say here, we need to say,
We're gonna be able to go back.
so, one of you will open the other envelopes. All right? Next person will take up the ballot. And you make 2 piles. A pile of the other envelope and a pile of the ballot. Okay? Understood? Yep. Okay. That's for you. That's for you.
I think we should open on the side, right?
All right? Just open it, show me.
Hold on a second. Just so you know, if there are any ballot envelopes that have more than one ballot in them, each one of these should have no more than one ballot. If it has two or more, we have to discard all of them. In this section. One per inter envelope.
We're not opening it. Okay.
You're right, we're not opening.
No, we're not opening that. All we're doing is they put it to the side.
Two ballots.
Do we have any discarded ballots?
Ballot envelope and the mail envelope. And then we're making those two piles. And we're going to open the ballot envelope since we're taking care of that.
Go ahead and check off these on the list.
You're not going to change anything, Joe. Joe, you're not going to change anything, are you? Well, trust goes both ways, pal.
So this one has a yellow.
Double have yellow, some white, that's fine.
We're gonna do that.
Different sources. One's gonna mark. So if they're yellow, they'll look like this, and then the outer envelope. And the white one, it'll look like that. The same pile, and the outer envelope is here. We don't need to save these. Those should be.
Read it while they open it. Check it.
Why don't have to save that? This is official record of Casa Del Rio. We want to save it.
No, this is just their address.
No, we want to save it. Everything as part of the election will be saved.
Can I say something?
Should say what's there.
While they open the envelopes, they should read immediately the votes, and then somebody should record it.
We're going to. We're going to.
Otherwise,
one step at a time.
Nothing should be thrown away. Everything should be preserved.
No problem. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Here, being received.
What building is that? A? Joe? Building A?
A105. Find me A105. A105. A105.
Ballot received from A105. Checking list is.
This goes here with this.
A105.
No, I seen that was the one they had, that stuff. I think they got mixed up in this thing for 450. That's what I seen. That was a big question. That I seen. Where's 450? Bachelor, I just seen one of them just had bachelor.
Where you find it? A105.
And not an A, but I know they corrected bachelor. So this is 450. Yeah.
All right.
These don't actually have to be in a separate pile. Building to building.
Yep.
Somewhere, I see it last night. Not in Asking, Carol, asking. Yeah, that's, yeah, you the one that's on the template, Carol, asking. Exactly.
I didn't know what you were.
Check it out and see it. That's what I'm telling you.
Which is
Julie has,
Check it out and see it. But, check it out and see it.
that's not, I know, yeah, she was asking me, yeah. I know, that's the pain.
Almost there.
I'm gonna check it out as BBC, okay? Wow. Yeah.
Vediamo. Yeah.